So. Wait a couple minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and get into this podcast. Hope everyone has had a good week. This week. All right. So. All right. Today's podcast. It's gonna be over this officer right here, and what I think about him. Do I think he's an example or what? What do I feel about him and what he has said, and everything like that. So let me. Actually, yeah, I'll put these on. So we're gonna see what he says and all that. We're gonna go into it.
My name is Lieutenant Colonel Stu Scheller, United States Marine Corps. I'm the current battalion commander for Advanced Infantry Training Battalion. I've been in the Marine Infantry for 17 years. Started my tour with Victor 1-8. It's the current unit that's doing perimeter security, dealing with the mess that's going on there. You can see open source reporting that there was an explosion and some people were killed. I know through my inside channels that one of those people that were killed was someone that I have a personal relationship with. We won't go into more details because the families are still being notified. Not making this video because it's potentially an emotional time. Making it because I have a growing discontent and contempt for my perceived ineptitude at the foreign policy level, and I want to specifically ask some questions to some of my seniors.
So for those who don't know what those words means, he's basically saying he's pissed off. He is pissed off of how the higher ups in the military chain, so the ones that sit down with the Secretary of Defense and the President. He's basically saying he's pissed off of how the way they handled this whole situation.
Your leaders, and I'll say, as a person that's not at 20 years, I feel like I have a lot to lose. If you play chess, you can only see 2 to 3 moves out because there's too many variables. I thought through if I post this video, what might happen to me, especially if the video picks up traction, if I have the courage to post it. But I think what you believe in can only be defined by what you're willing to risk. So if I'm willing to risk my current battalion commander seat, my retirement, my family's stability, to say some of the things that I want to say, I think it gives me some moral high ground to demand the same honesty, integrity, accountability from my senior leaders.
And I will say this, I guarantee it, the senior military leaders are not going to give this man the light of day, and that's sad, right? But I respect this man 100%. He is saying he does not care about his own career. He doesn't even care about his family stability. He needs to say this because it needs to be a change, and that hands down is respect. This is the kind of military officer, if you want to be an officer, this is the kind of officer you need to be. This is the kind of officer that would make me re-enlist. If he sat down with me and told me this and all this stuff, and he was talking to me, I would probably re-enlist. This is what kind of leader that people look for. This is the kind of leader that if he told me to jump off a bridge, I would jump off a bridge because I know he's probably jumping off that motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? This guy right here, he's probably needs to be the one, sitting down with the president and everything else. But this guy right here, mad respect.
And so I want to start with, we'll just use the Marine Corps. We'll just stick with the Marine Corps. So in the current fallout of Afghanistan, a lot of Marines were posting on social media, and in response to that, the Commandant published a letter, which is the service chief of the Marine Corps. And I want to read from it. It was dated 18 August, so only a week ago. The Commandant, sir, you wrote, "Some of you may be struggling with a simple question. Was it all worth it? We want you to know that your service was meaningful, powerful, and important. You fought for the Marine to your left and the Marine to your right. You never let them down." Then you go on to say that, if we're struggling, we should seek counseling, which, I get it. People have killed people. I've killed people, and I seek counseling, and that's fine. There's a time and place for that. But the reason people are so upset on social media right now is not because the Marine on the battlefield let someone down. That service member has always rose to the occasion and done extraordinary things. People are upset because their senior leaders let them down, and none of them are raising their hands and accepting accountability.
Exactly. So if you really look at it, right, all the higher ups, like Secretary of Defense, everybody else is like, all they're focused on is, oh, we saved this many people and it's a record-breaking amount of people. All right, like, good on y'all. Okay, cool. But you also lost guys in the process, right? And then you got a colonel saying like, our job isn't to defend ourselves. We're there to evacuate people and all that. Like, all right, so I'll put this in perspective, right? When a boxer gets into a ring, he has a mission, right? And the general's like, we have a mission to accomplish, right? But as a boxer, you get into the ring, you have a mission. Your mission is to win, right? Ultimately, your mission is to either knock him out or win or whatever you gotta do, right? But before you start fighting, the fucking referee says, protect yourself at all fucking times. Like, that is just, it should be common sense, right? It should just be fucking common sense. You should know if you're going to go try to, like, evacuate people and extract people, all that stuff, you probably need some form of security not held by the fucking Taliban. Like, what the like, we're just boys with the Taliban now? Like, what? Like, are they fucking dumb or are they fucking dumb? I believe they're fucking dumb. And this guy, that's what he's basically talking about. He's just saying, like, the whole thing was, like, just retarded, right? And then also throw this in perspective, right? You got the fucking military worried about giving out mandatory COVID vaccines and, kicking people out if they don't want to fucking get it. But then they couldn't properly, come up with a plan of how to execute this without, men and women getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is just blows my fucking mind. They're more worried about COVID vaccines and other dumb shit and not focused on, this something that actually fucking matters. It just blows my fucking mind.
You're saying we messed this up. If an 05 battalion commander has the simplest live fire incident EO complaint, boom, fired. But we have a Secretary of Defense that testified to Congress in May that the Afghan National Security Force could withstand the Taliban advance. We have chairmen of Joint Chief, who the Commandant is a member of that, who's supposed to advise on military policy. We have a Marine combatant commander. All of these people are supposed to advise. And I'm not saying we've got to be in Afghanistan forever, but I am saying, did any of you throw your rank on the table and say, hey, it's a bad idea to evacuate Bagram Airfield, the strategic air base, before we evacuate everyone?
And, like, that is, like I said, they were fucking retarded. They're fucking retarded. Right, so the Commandant of the Marine Corps wants to, speak up against getting COVID vaccines. I'm not going to make my Marines get COVID vaccines. Yeah, good. Yeah, he lost in that one. But, him and other leaders didn't stand up and, like, Secretary of Defense, sir, or Mr. President, sir, I really don't think this is a good way of handling this. I believe we should do this a different type of way. Nope, they are what we like to call in the Marine Corps as dick suckers, right? They want to stay in power. They want to stay in the position, so they're going to be like, okay, yes, sir. Oh, great plan, sir. Okay, yes, sir. Anything you say, sir. Okay, yes, sir. That's all they're going to say. They're not going to speak up or do anything. That's why this officer right here, this lieutenant colonel, is an example to all fucking leaders, officers, whatever the fuck. He is speaking up for what is right, for what he believed is morally right, and all that. He wants to know why that they did what they did. Why are they not saying we messed this up? The blood is on our hands, because essentially the blood is on, first of all, the president, right? He is the ultimate leader of the United States, right? So it's on his hands, Secretary of Defense's hands, and all the fucking joint fucking staff and all that shit, right? So all those military leaders, Commandant, fucking all the generals and shit that sit down and advise the Secretary of Defense and the fucking president, all that blood that was lost is on their fucking hands, because guess what? They're the ones in fucking charge. They could have made a different plan and all that stuff, but they didn't, right? Their main goal was, we evacuated 5,000 people in fucking 3 hours. Yeah, but okay, what about the, Marines and, sailors and everybody else that lost their fucking life? Like, what about that?
Did anyone do that? And when you didn't think to do that, did anyone raise their hand and say, we completely messed this up? I've got battalion commander friends right now that are posting similar things, and they're saying, wondering if all the lives were lost and if it was in vain, all those people that we've lost over the last 20 years. And he goes on to say that we're all part of a chain. While every link may not be tested, the strength of the chain is only as strong as each link, and you got to be, good link, something like that. And what I'll say is, and from my position, potentially all those people did die in vain if we don't have senior leaders that own up and raise their hand and say, we did not do this well in the end. Without that, we just keep repeating the same mistakes. This amalgamation of the economic / corporate / political / higher military ranks are not.
And that's what the military is right now. It's not a, fucking a patriotic thing. Like, I'm serving my fucking country and all that stuff, right? It's not that. It's a political war. It's a fucking economic thing. That's what the military is right now. It's all fucking political. And that's why I got the fuck out. And that's why a lot of people got the fuck out, because we saw it fucking happen. We saw it, taking over, right? The whole politics of the military. And that's some bullshit. That is.
Not holding up their end of the bargain. I want to say this very strongly. I have been fighting for 17 years. I am willing to throw it all away to say to my senior leaders, I demand accountability.
What's up, guys? In today's video,
Well, and there you go. That was what he said. But guys, what do you think about it? I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think about it. What's going through your mind? I believe that man deserves a name. I believe that he fucking deserves, it all. He deserves to, get an award. He deserves to be promoted. All that stuff. But I want to know what y'all are thinking, and what's on y'all's mind and everything like that. Let me get this down. Chat box. They died in vain because the situation could have never happened. Watch Trump vid in 2017. He says he would do complete opposite of what Biden did. Of course, yeah. It was a very fucking fucked up situation, right? It did not have to happen. Core, what's it? Yeah. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Should this guy, should he have not said anything, right? Should he have not said anything? Should he have just let stuff go? But I think that man deserves an award, honestly. He does. I think it was unacceptable to lose U.S. troops, even though the goal is to evacuate Americans and civilians. Absolutely. Very unacceptable. Could have done it so many different ways. It's stupid how he gets punished. It's stupid. Oh, you're saying it's stupid if he gets punished? Yeah, very stupid. Absolutely did the right thing. Someone had to step up. I totally agree. Someone said, if Trump was president, then we would have done Invasion of Iraq Part 2 on these Taliban, but in Afghanistan, full-on massacre. I absolutely fucking agree. I absolutely fucking agree. What is this ISIS-K variant Biden was talking about? So ISIS-K, apparently ISIS-K and Taliban are not friends whatsoever, right? But it's the fucking Taliban and ISIS-K, right? They both have a common enemy, and the common enemy is America. So they were like, Taliban wouldn't let ISIS-K through and blah. Like, bullshit. Yes, the fuck they would. I found one of the Marines' Instagrams that died, and him and another buddy and the pig died. Yeah, it's fucking horrible. Yeah, Trump would have had a much more organized plan. I felt so many people are talking this situation as a way to turn into a hate Biden or love him situation, creating sides. I feel not enough people are pissed at ISIS-K and acknowledging millions. All right, so to that comment right there, ISIS-K literally said, we're going to attack you. They told people, we're going to go attack you, right? So yes, it is the president's fault, Secretary of Defense, everybody else. They should have had more people there, should have more security. So very, very much so. Yeah, people are pissed at ISIS-K. We're going to go fuck them up. They're going to get fucked up. They're all going to fucking die probably. But it's fucking the president and everybody else that fucking, didn't have enough guys there. They were letting the Taliban hold security. So yes, it's their fault. That's why people are fucking pissed off. What do you think of the U.S. just drone striking ISIS near Kabul? This seems like we're going back in Spec Ops attack style. At least I think that's what's going to happen. Hopefully it doesn't lead to a full-blown fucking invasion of Afghanistan again, but we'll see. Will there be another Bin Laden? Probably. No, he was relieved of duties after he went viral. Well, I'm pretty sure he's going to have a lot of support within his community, so someone needed to say something. Bro, the only way this fuck got into office is because everyone hates Trump. Soft Americans so brainwashed into thinking We had it bad. It's crazy. We shouldn't be in a situation if we had strong leaders. I agree. ISIS K, Taliban, same shit, different day. Different name. I feel the same way. Someone asked, could the Taliban have been behind this, or is it confirmed that it was ISIS? So it's confirmed that it was ISIS K, right? But like the Taliban had the outer perimeter of security, right? So basically, the Taliban was holding, basically, we'll say like a ring of security. They would pre-screen people, pre-pat down, whatever you want to do, people, and then those people would come to Americans, and we would pat them down, all that right there. So the Taliban was in charge of pre-patting down, pre-screening people, and all that stuff. Hold on one second. So the only way the suicide bomber got that close without anyone recognizing was because he got through, he passed the first security check, which was in charge of the Taliban. And you really think the fucking Taliban's going to take the time out to really do that check? Absolutely the fuck not. So Biden needs to be impeached, but then we will be stuck with no action. What? No action, Camilla. People dying because of this stupid move. My God. Yep. Exactly. Why are we relying on protection from the Taliban? It's fucking retarded. Like, it's crazy. Like, you could probably ask like a fucking 10-year-old, like, would you let Taliban protect you? And they'd be like, fuck no. Like, but it's like so hard for higher military leaders to fucking like get that through their fucking head. Like, what? Yeah, but this is definitely a fucked up situation. Well, someone in the comments said that officer did get relieved. I do not think he should have got relieved. But like I said, I believe he's going to have like a lot of people backing him and supporting him because he did the right thing. He did what all the other fucking leaders in the fucking Marine Corps wouldn't fucking do, or in the military wouldn't fucking do. But he had, the balls enough to stand up and speak on what was right. And I totally respect him for that. Trell, what's your opinion on this? I feel like the government cares way more if a SEAL dies than something versus normal infantrymen or security forces. You agree? Seems like they don't care when regulars die. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but remember when I made that video of you're just a number, right? And some of those leaders' eyes and some of those higher ups' eyes, you are just a fucking number. They don't care if you die in the process. They don't care what happens to you. And, I tried to voice that, and people want to give me hate of like they don't fucking think of you like that and blah 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 blah. But I mean, you kind of see it firsthand. The lieutenant colonel who spoke out will never get promoted after that statement. Probably not, but he didn't care, and that's what is like awesome about his selfless act. He did not care about his own personal gain or anything like that. He just wanted to do what was right. I don't want to get the shot, but I'm going to have to because I want to stay in. Yeah, they're kicking off people for not getting the shot. So, yeah. But guys, I just wanted to get on and talk about that. This right here. But that lieutenant colonel, that's what's up. If you were thinking about being an officer, watch that fucking video over and over again and pick up what he is fucking saying. Like, do what he is doing. I'm telling you, those are the kind of leaders that people fucking would do anything for, right? That's what a real fucking leader is one that doesn't care about his own fucking personal gain, doesn't care about his fucking self, but he cares about what's actually right, what's morally right, and looking out for the well-being of his junior Marines, or if you're in the Army, junior soldiers, whatever it is, right? But that's what it's supposed to be like being a fucking officer. But yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's definitely getting he's probably getting a lot of support within his community and everything like that. But I definitely I wanted to see what y'all thought about it, because I figured that a lot of people were kind of reading up on it and trying to keep up with all the things that are currently happening in Afghanistan and everything like that. But thank y'all for coming on to the podcast today. Y'all are very interactive. I like it. Y'all gave some very good insight and everything like that. Trell, when are we going to be the new character on Battlefield 2042? Huh? whatever. I don't know. But yeah, make sure y'all are subscribed and everything like that. Notification bell, all that good stuff. So therefore, you can get notified for things like this and any other videos that I put out. Also, make sure you're liking the video so they can get out to other people, so YouTube knows hey, Trell the Great is putting out content and all that stuff. But I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Everyone be safe. And yeah, I will see y'all